Toxic chemicals have been used in chemical weapon systems. A chemical weapon is a system that is composed of three parts: a payload, or the toxic chemical agent that is to be delivered, a container, or a munition that houses the payload, and a dispersal system, designed to deliver the toxic chemical agent to a targeted human, animal, or plant population. It is important to remember that a chemical agent by itself is not a chemical weapon. Chemical weapons are used with the intent to kill or incapacitate living beings, or to deny territory to an enemy by contaminating it. Unlike conventional weapons, chemical weapons leave physical structures intact. They can be used to attack difficult-to-reach targets, such as enemies that shelter in caves, trenches, or bunkers, to achieve the element of surprise, to compensate for a shortage of conventional or nuclear weapons, and to destroy the morale of populations by causing fear and bringing about panic. Different chemical agents cause differing effects in the living target. Therefore, specific types of chemical agents can be used to achieve precise objectives. Chemical weapons agents are categorized according to the types of damage they inflict on humans. Accordingly, the 5 categories of chemical weapons agents are choking, blister, blood, nerve, and incapacitating agents. Since World War I, chemical weapons have been the most widely used and most widely proliferated weapon of mass destruction. They have been used in major wars, smaller conflicts, and for terrorism. During the Cold War, the chemical weapons were produced and stockpiled in great quantities by the United States and the USSR. Both developed nerve agents, including the highly potent V-series agents, such as VX. Chemical weapons are typically the United States also used chemical herbicides, such as Agent Orange, on a large scale during the Vietnam War, skin or mucous membranes. As such, chemical agents are typically dispersed as an aerosol, composed of fine dust or tiny droplets of liquid. Aerosols can be created by explosive force or by spray or atomizer systems. Chemical agents can also be used to contaminate food and beverages. The dispersal strategies for chemical weapons include point source, multiple point source, and line source. A point source strategy is created when a quantity of chemical agent is delivered to a targeted area by a rocket, artillery shell, August 21st, 2013, multiple point source Syrian civilians would be in the suburbs a cluster munition containing a multitude of bombs that more filled with chemicals. 1,400 people, for example, were killed. The first battlefield use of deadly chemical weapons occurred. The use of sarin in World War I by laboratory analysis was released from thousands of canisters, and wind carried the gas to enemy trenches and affected people. The line source strategy involves dispersing a quantity of chemical agents by a spray system that is carried by an aircraft, cruise missile, or land vehicle as it travels perpendicular to the prevailing wind and up the use from the designated target. However, it did not. The wind then spreads the dispersed chemical over a large area. To their
Production
widespread
methods
use
for
by
making
states,
all major
chemical
chemical
weapons
weapons
have been published
terrorists.
in open sources
Chemical
and are
terrorism
therefore
is the calculated
widely
use of
available.
a chemical agent
Chemical
by a
agents are
non-state
created
actor
by synthesis or a series of chemical reactions involving precursor chemicals,
in order to
ingredients
achieve
that,
political,
when
religious,
mixed in a
or
reactor,
ideological
result
goals.
in end products
Most
that
notably,
are highly
the
toxic.
Japanese apocalyptic group
Additionally,
Aum
the
Shinrikyo
availability of
manufactured
chemicals and
sarin
equipment
gas
required
and
to produce
dispersed
chemical
it
weapons
on 2
has
occasions.
increased with
Aum
the global
Shinrikyo
growth
used
and
sarin in
spread of
1994 in what is
agrochemical
known
and
as the
petroleum
Matsumoto
industries.
incident.
Much of the equipment
At
used
Matsumoto,
for
Aum
industrial
Shinrikyo
chemical production
operatives
is
released
dual use,
sarin in a
which
residential
means that
area,
it can
killing
be
8
used
people
by civilian
and injuring
industry,
hundreds more.
but could also be used
However,
for producing
the
chemical
most
weapons
notorious
agents.
and deadly instance
Specifically,
of chemical terrorism
high-quality
was the group's
dual-use
attack on the
equipment
Tokyo subway
made
in
of special
1995.
alloys or lined with glass
Because
to
the
resist
sarin
corrosion
used
by
in this attack
caustic
was
chemicals
crudely
during
produced
synthesis
with a purity of
are
about
of
30%
particular
and
concern
inefficiently dispersed
because they
from
are
punctured
also
plastic
ideal
bags.
with
The subway
corrosive
attack
nerve
killed only
agents
12
and
people
their precursors.
and injured
hundreds more. Compared to other weapons
demonstrated
of
by
mass
Aum
destruction, the
Shinrikyo's
technology
chemical
for
weapons
producing chemical
program,
weapons has changed
person
very
possessing
little over
a master's
time.
degree in
Chemical
chemistry
weapons
and
agents
having
have
access
typically
to the
been
required
discovered
chemicals and equipment
or
that could
designed
produce
in the
chemical
laboratory
weapons.
and then
However,
manufactured
in
in a
view
larger
of the
chemical
poor results
production
of the
facility.
Tokyo subway attack,
Although materials, knowledge, and equipment for making CW are dual use and obtainable with moderate difficulty, a proliferant state or terrorist group would need to take a series of steps before it could gain a chemical weapons capacity. Thus, even after the group has acquired the equipment, materials, precursors, and expertise needed for agent production, it would need to do the following: produce agents in small quantities at a pilot production plant to test the production process, then produce them on a large scale. Acquire munitions by purchase or by designing and building them indigenously. Fill the munitions with the agent. Establish facilities and networks for storing, transporting, and using the munitions. Deliver the munitions to the battle zone or target for terrorism. Acquire chemical defenses and decontamination equipment and train troops to fight in a chemical environment. Develop and practice battle plans for chemical weapons use. However, proliferant states or terrorist groups may not follow this process exactly. They may choose to cut time and expenses by eliminating safety and defensive measures during the production process. Also, they might not establish storage networks or battle plans if the chemical weapons are to be used immediately.